Hey everyone! Welcome back to Speak Smartly and Fluently. I'm Sarah, your host for today's episode, and I'm here with my co-host, Ben.
Hey everyone, I'm Ben, and we're so excited for today's episode. If you've been following our podcast, you've just completed the 5 words a day challenge. That was a great way to boost your vocabulary, and we hope you're feeling more confident with the 30 new words you've learned.
Definitely. But the journey doesn't stop here. Now that you've got some new vocabulary under your belt, let's switch gears and talk about something a lot of learners are eager to know: how to learn English quickly and efficiently.
Exactly. Many of our listeners ask us, how can I speed up my learning process? Learning a language takes time, but there are some strategies that can help you learn faster without sacrificing the quality of your learning.
That's right, Ben. And in today's episode, we're going to explore some of the most effective strategies to learn English quickly and efficiently. We'll cover everything from immersive learning techniques to practical, everyday methods you can start using right away. One of the most effective ways to learn English quickly is through immersion. This doesn't necessarily mean moving to an English-speaking country, though that can help, but it does mean surrounding yourself with the language as much as possible. The idea is to create an environment where English is all around you.
Yes. Think about how babies learn their first language. They're immersed in it, they hear it from their parents, their siblings, and everyone around them. While you're not a baby anymore, you can use the same principle to accelerate your learning. Here's how you can immerse yourself in English without leaving your home. Watch English media. This is one of the most fun ways to immerse yourself. Whether it's TV shows, movies, or YouTube videos, make sure you're consuming content in English. And it's not just about watching passively. Try to follow along with the subtitles, repeat phrases, and notice how words are used in context. Listen to English podcasts and music. When you're on the go or doing daily activities, have English playing in the background. Listening to English podcasts, like this one, or English language music helps train your ear to the sounds and rhythm of the language. Change your phone settings to English. This is a simple yet effective trick. Changing your phone, social media, or even video game settings to English will force you to interact with the language every day.
Exactly. Immersion is key. The more you expose yourself to English, the faster your brain will pick up on the nuances of the language, and it will feel more natural over time.
Here's something that often scares language learners: speaking. But guess what? If you want to learn English quickly, you need to start speaking from day one. I know it can be intimidating, but the more you practice speaking, the better you'll get.
Absolutely. You don't have to wait until you feel ready to start speaking. If you wait for the perfect moment, it might never come. Instead, try to incorporate speaking into your daily routine. Here's how you can start. Speak to yourself in English. This might sound a bit funny, but talking to yourself in English is a great way to practice. Describe what you're doing as you go about your day, narrate your thoughts, or even ask yourself questions. This helps you build fluency and confidence. Find a language partner. You don't need to be in an English-speaking country to practice speaking with someone. Thanks to technology, you can find language exchange partners online. Platforms like Tandem or HelloTalk are great for connecting with native speakers or other learners. Join an English-speaking group or club. If you have the chance, join local language groups or online forums where people communicate in English. These communities often offer a supportive space to practice speaking without fear of judgment.
The key is consistency. Don't worry about making mistakes, everyone does. The more you speak, the faster you'll improve. And remember, fluency doesn't mean perfection.
Let's talk about vocabulary for a minute. When you're learning English, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by how many words there are. But here's the thing: you don't need to know every word in the dictionary to speak English fluently.
That's so true. In fact, focusing on the most commonly used words, or high-frequency vocabulary, will get you much further, much faster. Think about it: native English speakers use the same words and phrases over and over in daily conversations.
Exactly. So, instead of trying to memorize 1,000 random words, focus on learning the words that are used most often. Here's how you can do that. Start with the 1,000 most common words. Many studies show that the most frequent 1,000 words make up about 80% of everyday English conversations. If you master these, you'll be able to understand and communicate more easily. Group words by topic. If you're learning English for work, for example, focus on vocabulary related to your field. If you're learning for travel, focus on common phrases used in airports, restaurants, or hotels. Grouping words by topic makes it easier to recall them when needed. Use flashcards or spaced repetition apps. Apps like Anki or Quizlet can help you remember high-frequency words. The key is to review them consistently until they become second nature.
This is where our 5 words a day challenge comes in handy too. Building a strong vocabulary foundation is one of the fastest ways to become more fluent.
Another great strategy to learn English quickly is to integrate it into your daily life. The more you use English in real-life situations, the more naturally it will come to you.
That's right. Even if you're not living in an English-speaking country, there are plenty of ways to bring English into your daily routine. Here are some ideas. Write in English, whether it's a diary entry, a to-do list, or even texting a friend, try to write in English as much as possible. Writing helps reinforce grammar, sentence structure, and vocabulary. Think in English. This is a big one. Start thinking in English rather than translating everything from your native language. It's hard at first, but over time, you'll train your brain to process English more naturally. Read in English, find things that interest you, whether it's books, news articles, or blogs, and read them in English. Even if you don't understand every word, you'll start to recognize patterns and improve your reading comprehension.
Using English in your everyday life, even in small ways, helps you practice without feeling like you're studying. It turns learning into a natural part of your day.
Let's talk about something that can often feel like a roadblock: grammar. We know that grammar can be confusing, and many learners are worried about making mistakes. But here's the thing: grammar doesn't have to be your enemy.
That's so true. While it's important to have a basic understanding of grammar, don't let it stop you from speaking. Focus on communication first and improve your grammar as you go. Here are some ways to make grammar more approachable. Learn the basics first. Start with the fundamental grammar rules that are used most often, like verb tenses, sentence structure, and prepositions. These will help you get your point across clearly. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are a natural part of learning. The more you practice, the more you'll notice patterns in the language. Over time, you'll make fewer mistakes, but you have to be willing to make them first. Practice with real examples. Instead of memorizing grammar rules, see how they're used in context. Listen to how native speakers use different tenses or sentence structures and try to mimic their patterns.
And remember, language is about communication. People won't stop talking to you because you made a small grammar mistake. The goal is to be understood, and grammar is just a tool to help you do that.
One of the most important things you can do when learning English or any language is to set realistic goals and track your progress. It's easy to feel overwhelmed if you try to do too much at once, so breaking it down into manageable steps is key.
That's right. For example, instead of saying, "I want to be fluent in 6 months," break it down into smaller goals like, "I want to learn 10 new words this week," or "I want to have a 10-minute conversation in English by the end of the month."
Exactly. And don't forget to track your progress. Whether it's keeping a language journal, using an app, or recording yourself speaking, having a way to see how far you've come can be really motivating.
The final strategy is simple: stay consistent and have fun with it. Learning English doesn't have to be a chore. If you make it enjoyable, you'll stick with it longer, and your progress will come faster.
Absolutely. Try to find fun ways to practice, whether it's watching your favorite TV shows in English, singing along to English songs, or playing games that challenge your vocabulary. The key is to keep it interesting so you stay motivated.
And remember, consistency is the secret to success. Even if it's just 10 minutes a day, practicing regularly will give you better results than cramming once a week.
We hope these strategies help you on your journey to learning English quickly and efficiently. And speaking of speed, next week, we're diving into 9 secrets to learn English fast. You definitely won't want to miss that episode.
That's right. We'll be sharing some insider tips and tricks to help you level up your English skills even faster. Make sure you tune in next week for that.
Thanks for listening today, and if you found the video helpful and that you're feeling more equipped to handle those strategies, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you never miss an episode and share it with others who might benefit. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, we'd love to hear from you, so your feedback is really important to us. Thanks for listening, and as always, happy learning. You're doing great. Bye, everyone.